Today we're taking a look at this doorbell from Eufy. The Eufy Security Video Doorbell E340 with chime. Some of the units apparently does not come with a chime. The reason why I got the chime is because the client's house is very old with no connected doorbell whatsoever. When you open the box, you get the doorbell. Interestingly, even though I got the wired version, the unit does have a removable battery. To yank the battery out, lift it straight up from the side here. Lift it straight up. There's a little cover right here. If you ever run out of battery, just insert the included USB-C cord, plug it in, and plug the other end into a USB port to charge it up. Battery power is very cumbersome, very annoying. That's why I'm going to wire the doorbell directly, as you'll see later on. There's the back plate. We're going to mount it to the wall using 2 screws. Once this bracket is on the wall, then you can just slide the doorbell in. You're supposed to slide it in from the bottom first, then snap it in place at the top. If you ever need to yank this thing out to recharge your battery, if you're using the battery exclusively, then use the included pin shaped like SIM ejector tool, insert it into the hole, and then it will slide straight out. Here's a 15-degree angle tilt, just in case you need to tilt the camera more towards the right-hand side or to the left-hand side if you flip the adapter over. These are some wiring adapters included with the nuts as well. We will be using this. The unit I have does come with a chime. The wall connector is separate like that. To assemble it, just snap it into position. There's a groove here and there's a groove there. Just line them up. If the orientation doesn't work for you, just slide it to a different orientation and then lock it into place by rotating it clockwise. It's very interesting that this chime can act as a home base. Therefore, you can have videos stored onto it via a micro SD card. The doorbell does not have any micro SD card slot as the memory is already built in with no way to add more memory. Some mounting anchors as well as screws to mount it to the wall. Finally, a manual is included. I have yet to check it out. As mentioned earlier, this is going to be installed for a very old house, so we'll need a 24-volt AC transformer. This cord is extremely long and we will cut it to length as needed. There's absolutely no need to use all of the length. Let's take a closer look at the doorbell unit. Peel this protective cover off. You've got the 2K camera lens here. There's the button for guests to press. And then there's a second camera down at the bottom to see your packages or whatever is on the ground. Let's slide the battery in. It goes in from the top and then click in position like so. I guess the battery is not fully charged, so that's why nothing is on. Okay, so the battery is charged and powering on. Just like with any other Eufy, there's a button over here to synchronize it during setup. This connects over Wi-Fi. Interesting that there's an LED light at the top. You can control it via the app. Before actually deploying it, installing it out in the field, let's connect everything up to verify that it is indeed working. I'm going to loosen the screw in the back a little bit. Get my 24-volt AC connected to the unit to power it up. It doesn't matter which wire goes into which hole, just connect either wire to either terminal. By the way, if this video is helpful, please consider subscribing and liking the video. This lets YouTube know my video is indeed helpful and will recommend to others like yourself. Don't connect the power plug to the outlet though. To set up the doorbell on your phone or tablet, go ahead and download this app called Eufy. Once you install, click on it to open. If this is your first time, you need to create an account. I am already logged in, so now we're going to click on the plus icon on the upper right-hand corner. Add device. Find video doorbell. Select video doorbell again. go ahead and scan the QR code. The QR code is on the bottom of the video doorbell. We want to connect it with Wi-Fi. Turn on your phone's GPS. Click on Yes. Select your Wi-Fi network and then enter in the Wi-Fi credential. Click on Next. Now is a good time to power up the doorbell, so go ahead and plug the transformer into an outlet. Press the sync button in the back of the video doorbell. When you hear the beep on the video doorbell, tap on the button that says Heard Beep. Click OK. On the phone, a QR code will show up similar to what you're seeing on my phone screen. Present your phone screen about 8 inches away from the doorbell. The doorbell will now scan the QR code that's showing on your screen. The QR code is basically your local Wi-Fi credential. If all is good, then the doorbell will jump onto your 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. Click on Next. Give it a name. Click on Next. While it's updating the firmware, you can't fully do anything. You just have to wait out until it's done. Edge connection. Okay, we don't need that. Motion detection. Motion detection is on by default. Activity zone, you can define it to ignore some areas as needed. Detection type will be human only or all motion. For now, we only care about human. You can adjust the sensitivity. Let's click on the back. Delivery guard is on by default. That's pretty neat. As you can see, it seems to detect packages, big packages. Click on Next. 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 Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's go back. Interesting that there's familiar faces. I don't know if I should allow this or not, just because it's going to be collecting faces, and no idea whether it's saving the data or not to Eufy's cloud server. Let's go back. Response settings. Let's click on Quick Response. Strange that even though I added the quick response, this was not an option. You can certainly set up ring order responses. And for order responses, then you see Welcome to my house. Interesting. I'm just going to use the default. Excuse me. Click on Back. Back. Video settings. Let's disable the logo watermark. Video quality. Change it to the maximum. Let's enable HDR. The record quality will be the highest, which is the 2K. Streaming quality will be automatic. It will decide how high the quality is based on your bandwidth. Very nice that they include privacy zone, because I know sometimes when you install this camera, your neighbors will not like it. So if you have a very picky neighbor, you can certainly enable privacy zone. So it won't record those areas. Let's click on notifications. What kind of notification do you want? Do you want it to motion detect all the time, or only when the doorbell is rang? If you live in a busy area, I highly recommend disabling the motion detects. Otherwise, you'll get constant alerts on your phone. Let's click on Indoor Chime to see what our options are. None of this applies to us. Click on Back. I don't know why adding the chime was ridiculously difficult. I spent at least 1 hour trying to figure it out on my Android phone. It seems a lot easier when I was using the client's iPhone when I was at her house. In order to add the chime, we're going to click on the plus icon, Add Device. Let's click on Video Doorbell. Doorbell chime. On the bottom of the chime, there's a QR code to scan. Click on Next. Click on Next. The sync button is on the opposite side of the QR code, so let's power up, plug this chime into the wall. Device is booting up. You'll see blinking red. It'll be solid green. You can now press and hold on the sync button for 2 seconds. Now you'll see the green light blinking. Click on Next. Let's click on the Eufy chime access point. Be sure to turn on your GPS, otherwise you will not find a chime. Click on Next. Select the chime that you found. Now select your Wi-Fi network. The chime will announce that it connects to your Wi-Fi successfully. Then the second time, it will let you know the chime was successfully added to your Eufy account. Click on Next. We're going to use this to work as a chime. Let's click on Indoor Chime. If you want to change the ringtone, go ahead and click on Chime Ringtone, and here are all of your available options. When you check on any other chime, it will give you a preview, nice audio preview to see what it sounds like. We are on location at the client's house now. I plugged the 24 volts AC transformer into an outlet. The wire runs near the basement and nailed into place. Since her wall is over 25 inches thick, I had to cheat a little bit. I drilled diagonally out and then ran the wire up against the trim. At the top, I drilled diagonally again outdoor. I know it's not pretty at the moment, but all the wiring can be covered up with another trim glued on top to hide everything. Here's the doorbell mounted in place and working as we've tested before. No surprises whatsoever. In summary, is this a good doorbell? Yes and no. If you are already invested in Eufy's system, then yes. If you are not already invested in Eufy, then it's a big no. Why? Because this doorbell does not support any open standard, like RTSP nor ONVIF. You are essentially stuck tied in Eufy's ecosystem. This is why I still prefer Reolink's doorbell as seen in this previous video. It has open standards, so not only will it work with Reolink stuff, but it can work with other companies' hardware and software. If you still need to check for packages with a camera facing downward, then get another Reolink camera installed nearby facing toward the ground. And that's exactly what I did at my house, by the way. Alright, hopefully you found this video helpful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.